This episode of PaddleTV is brought to you by the ACA, improving the paddle sports experience for over a century. Learn more at americancanoe.org. In this video, we're going to look at the best way to re-enter your kayak in case you've flipped and you don't know how to do a roll. Although it's possible to do this on your own, it's much more difficult, and so we're going to focus on the best way to re-enter your kayak with the help of a friend. Now first off, let's talk about bulkheads in kayaks, which are walls that divide the kayak into separate compartments. Not only does this provide you with a relatively dry storage area, but it prevents your kayak from completely filling up with water if you flip. Most touring kayaks have a bulkhead behind the seat and then one just in front of your feet, which divides the kayak into 3 separate compartments. And so if you flip and swim, only the center compartment gets swamped. If your kayak doesn't have bulkheads, you need to use float bags in the bow and stern of your kayak. If you have neither, you need to accept the fact that the kayak should only really be used in shallow water, where if you flip, you can stand up and drag the boat into shore. Having said that, there are 3 key parts to re-entering a kayak from the water. You need to upright the kayak, you need to re-enter the kayak, and then you need to remove any water that's left in the kayak. The assisted bow tip out is the best way to upright a kayak because it lets you drain the water at the same time. To do an assisted bow tip out, the rescuer should grab the bow of the capsized kayak with their own kayak perpendicular to it. The goal here is to dump as much water out as possible and then quickly roll the kayak upright. At this point, there are a number of different re-entry techniques, but we don't have time to look at all of them or the pros and cons of each. And so we're going to look at one technique which is very common and very quick for re-entering your kayak, and it's commonly referred to as the side sit re-entry. The rescuer's job is to stabilize the swimmer's kayak as they re-enter, and to do this, you'll position the empty kayak alongside yours, and then with a good grip on it, commit your body weight to the empty boat. As the swimmer, you'll approach your kayak by the back of the cockpit, grab the cockpit rim, and let your legs float to the surface behind you. With a powerful kick of the legs and push with your arms, you'll haul your chest up and onto the stern of your kayak. Keeping low, you'll turn towards the stern as you lift your legs into the cockpit. You'll then slide back into the kayak while twisting around to your normal sitting position. Even if you use the assisted bow tip-out technique to empty the water from your boat before you climb back in, you'll probably still have a fair amount of water in your kayak right now. And so the rescuer should continue to hold and stabilize your boat until you've pumped that water out, put your skirt back on, and are ready to go again. Well, I hope you found this video helpful, but I would encourage you to go out and practice this technique because this is something you want to be confident in being able to perform. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more, please subscribe to our PaddleTV YouTube channel, and we'll see you soon for more kayaking tips and tricks.